Okay, so this is a $3 sit and go tournament. Perhaps if we just pause it there for the moment. I can explain there are 9 players, and I'm the player known as J. Dubuffet, after
nice.
the
How
French.
did you come with this name?
It's a French artist.
Yeah, okay. What you see, you one of your favorite artists?
He's one of my favorite artists. Yeah. So we're up against 8 other players. 3 people get paid. So the prize fund is $3 from each player, $27 in total. 50% goes to first, 30% to the second, and 20% to the third. So I've picked out 21 hands out of 106. So without further ado, let's see. I obviously, with 10-8, you see a lot of limping around in these. I'm in the big blind here. And if there's going to be any action. But what you see is very often people get committed to hands here. I fold. And so we see 3 players here on this board. And then this guy is pushing it on the left here. And he goes all in at the end. This is very early in the tournament. We start with 75 big blinds. And he makes trip 7s. The other guy had an ace.
It's not worth doing this. Just get
so-
eliminated with the big blind are not pressuring you while you're so aggressive. You have to be patient in this.
I think these sit and goes, like any tournament, you can lose it in the early hands. You can't win it. When I see somebody play like that, I think, well, he's just being far too aggressive, and people are paying him off.
So the strategy in a tournament would be waiting for this guy, hyper aggressive guy, eliminating each other, and then after you got a balanced table with most or good players, with patient players. It start to be a little bit. Also, patient players sometimes you seem patients and then they start playing badly, probably because they go somewhere else. They got something to do, and then
there's not a big commitment in cost in
it's
this.
not a lot of.
The other thing is here.
You are not putting 100 pounds in this tournament.
With 9 players,
it's $1 tournament.
$3 tournament.
Okay.
But one of the things that people don't understand is when you lose a player like that, everybody around the table benefits.
Yeah.
So some of their money, effectively equity from their money, going to you as well, and you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
So patience. So we get Queen 5 on the button. Well, in this next hand. We get a raise.
Is not really good.
No,
hand.
but you look at people. Also, I think people are very free with their chips. They're like calling a $4 raise to $4 here, but they're all coming in.
Everyone has got a deep stack. They think that they can spend chips.
The other thing is this guy who won the last hand and doubled up effectively. Has made a min raise under the gun. So you think, well, is that strong or is he just a bit of a maniac? And then then he's been 3-bet to 4, and then 2 other people have cold called the 3-bet. So I'm just happy to sit on the sidelines here. Let's see how it plays out.
And also the raise has more raises because 2 big blinds than the other. It's 4 big blinds.
It's all minimum 3-betting, and
I don't go to folds to add the 2 big blinds.
But look, now we've got the small blind comes along.
So it's a multi-pot, 5 people involved. It's very hard to win this.
And so he bets 1 big blind into 20, and they all call 1 big blind. So
with any hand, you can call.
And then suddenly, when this comes down, the small blind puts in 27 big blinds. So he bets the pot. It must be a good hand. He checked the...
he's in a draw because has got 2
he might have 2 spades,
coming. You think, okay.
But the thing is, he's
very risky playing.
Well, he probably checked... I think he might... Well, if he has a jack, then... he might have checked to see what happened, and then they only put 1 in. So anyway, he's decided.
But he's afraid about the spade. Probably.
So then he gets raised, and he calls it off. So another all in, and let's see what happens. See what they had.
It's full house.
Well, he had queens, but he had made a full house.
Full house.
So the 8 gave him a full house. So suddenly we've lost a second player.
Yeah, but this guy also with queens,
He can't.
just racing is small. You are not. You don't want to play a 5 people pot like this with queens. You just have to bet big. Of course, not only because everybody's going to fold, but at least 5 times the raiser.
Yeah, but when the guy bets the pot big like that on the turn, he can beat top pair without any trouble at all. Okay, so we're down to 7 players. So, and I haven't done a thing. I mean, I don't think I've even played a hand here.
Yeah.
So, I think the next hand is King 2. Obviously, not terribly good hand. So I'm not going to play that.
It's amazing. You do nothing, but the progress is so good. Sometimes doing nothing is the best way because they are eliminating each other. Give more chance to go to the prize because each time someone loses, you go to the stack, big stack at the end. It's part. Then you're winning all the time. When someone lose, get out. It's a step closer to the prizes.
Yeah, and the money they've put in, the $3 that is being allocated to everybody else. The guy who knocked them out doesn't get it all, So I have 36 big blinds here, so I still have a reasonable size stack. So anyway, once again, another multi-way pot. Jack 9-4, and our friend here who doubled up in the first hand piles it all in. It's like people have got somewhere to go in a hurry, and he had queens. He piled it all in with a jack. Anyway, so now the pattern occurs and people are crippled with their stack.
What is 0-13?
That's the ante. We're now playing with antes. So the blinds have gone up. Everybody.
Who is to start now? What are the blinds?
Yeah. So this is the under the gun position. You'll see in a minute. So he's under the gun.
Okay.
And I have pocket kings.
Okay. So you got 36. Probably you are going to have like 4 big blinds.
I think I probably. I mean, I haven't played.
Going all in as well is not bad. Yeah.
I think I don't. I think with 36, what I want to try.
4 big blind.
And I know that these people are very aggressive.
So 5 big blind at least.
Well, the thing is about it. If you haven't played a hand, think about it. If you haven't played a hand for a while, and you go in with 5 big blinds, they think tight player putting in a big bet. He's got a great hand. I'm not even the people who maybe are not paying full attention or being very like maniacs will say, I'm not going up against
3
him.
big blinds.
Let's see what I did. I did 2.5.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's almost like a tempter. I want one of these guys to go all in or do something stupid against me because...
Okay, because we also use 2.5 big blinds for hard hands like ace, queen, ace, jack. Then this is your standard bets.
Yeah, in the early stages, I tend to do that. When we get later on, I tend to just go minimum raising 2 big blinds.
But now it's very early, 39 big blinds.
Yeah. What I'm hoping they'll look at and think, well, everybody else has been doing far much. This guy hasn't got much, And our friend Baz goes all in.
All in, okay.
That's exactly what I wanted. And of course I call it. And we'll see in a minute what he went all in with.
Nothing.
So ace-3. So
even ace was coming because he was winning.
Yeah, but I'm a big favorite. I'm a
70% winning.
I'm a big favorite.
65,
so, yeah,
70%.
and I take that you have to push those edges as much as possible.
Yeah, you have to push it.
And I want
no matter what. I think king, ace, ace, king as well in a tournament.
Yeah.
And queens probably and. Maybe other hands like jacks, 10, just depends who is your opponent. Because if it's something you really lose, then you can also go in with jacks, 10, 9, 8, whatever is more. Probably no small pair if someone can kill you out from the tournament, because
You have to be careful with small pairs because often the stack sizes are getting. When you play a cash game, everybody has like 100 big blinds, but in a tournament, some people will be like 10 big blinds, 15 big blinds, and they will just shove those hands, and your pocket fives are.
I guess it depends how deep you're stuck, because it's very deep. There is no worth going all in with a pair or two. Probably you are going all in only with kings, aces, ace, kings. And that's other hands you go all in probably.
I mean, in that situation, I'd identified that guy as a bit of a loose cannon, and I thought, well, if I just show a little bit of weakness here, but if I, that's why I didn't go 5 big blinds, because I think even he would have said, oh, that guy has hardly played a hand. Now he's putting 5 big blinds in.
Yeah, maybe he's shy.
Maybe he's got a good hand, and
I'm going to
Anyways,
boss him out.
Yeah, I acted shy and got the result. So I doubled up here. So I've got I'm back to 75 big blinds. And this guy, again, he goes all in now because he's not annoyed. This is something you see quite often.
Yeah.
People lose a big hand. The very next hand, they go all in because they feel they have to.
In effect, he has got just 7 big blinds. Then what you have to do? You have to go as fast as possible.
But he doesn't have to go. He can wait. I mean,
wait a little bit to
still
better. But sometimes it happens that you got a good hand, and then you have to go for.
And we'll see what sort of hand he's got in a minute. But
4-3.
But I mean, it's like the people get very impatient, and they almost. You can feel the anger from them that they got beaten by me. I tricked him with my pocket kings. I doubled up. He was doing well.
That's the reason when people get hooked in this game, because I'm going to play another one now after they're losing.
So then it runs out. What happens? He did it with Queen 9, and he hits Ace Queen, and he's out the tournament. So now we've got 3 players out, and I'm feeling quite good.
Now you got a good and 9.
Yeah, just before the button in the cutoff. So let's have a look what happens. So it's folded. There's a raise. There's a raise here.
So here the stacks you got 33 big blinds.
Yeah.
Just he's going to be. How many big blind has got this guy in the wrist?
We let me see. He's only had 21 big blinds.
Okay.
Now,
I think it's good to call, because quite deep stack still. No way to get crazy. You with your set, you can without risk. You can double again your stack.
I don't think he had played many hands, so I had to give it a little bit of respect. And the alternative is to 3-bet him, make it 6, but. I think
on position everything. Then he's going to call only he has got a big pair if he's tight.
I thought let's call, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think both options, aggression, not, but this is tight. Then why not? Let's call and see what's happening. If someone from here start to 3-bet you, then you can decide. Depends how the other guy is doing.
The other thing is, you're quite right. One big tip I would give any tournament player is look to see who's left to act and see what their stack sizes are. Are they going to shove? Now the guys who are on the button and in the small blind are not have big stacks. They're not going to shove. But now the guy who's in the big blind, he's also got
got a bigger
so I mean,
stack.
But the guy who raised first off, he could easily shove back on me if I 3-bet, because he's only down to 20 big blinds if he's got something.
Anyway, both of these guys in the blinds, if you go all in, you call, your stack is going to be reduced amount of nothing. Then you have to be careful, go all in.
So
with
I
a
think
deep stack like this, I don't think it's good strategy to go all in because it's no worth.
I think calling here is fine with the 9s. So it's folded back to this guy, and now.
That is a good hand for you. You got a straight draw
and top pair.
A top pair. Then
what would you do here?
So it's the guy to.
Let's see what he does. He bets 2 into a pot of 6 big blinds.
Okay, he can have also a flash here. I think there are good two options here. Just you call and see what's happened and hit your straight, or say, okay, I don't want to give a draw. I'm thinking I'm ahead now, and let's try to race and see where I am, because I want to know what I'm doing. Maybe he has got also 2-6, 2-7s here. He's beating you. You don't know. Or just calling because you want to use a position. I think you can have a lot of, but this guy is tight. You be observing him. But I would call now. I would call.
I thought that I have a very good draw in the 9-8-6-7. I also have top pair. So if he's got like ace king, ace queen, he's not in very good shape against me. And I decided, given his stack depth, which is he's got about 17, 18 left, it was time to shove all in. And that's what I did.
I think it's a good idea as well.
I take a risk.
I was thinking both, I should go all in, but it's not a big risk because you got a top pair, and if you go all in, you are not completely out because your stack is deeper. You still have got some chips, and then he thinks that you just playing with him.
And he folded.
Yeah.
Very likely he had like two high Broadway cards, ace king, ace queen, or something like that.
But if he's coming a king, if you call he's coming a king, then what you do? That's why it's good also to show. And probably I would have three bet him with a, because I still deep the stacks. Then it's not the way that you go all in all the time. For me, it's more like show a little bit strength, and probably he would have fold anyway. Then going with the 10 big blinds and see what he's doing.
I mean, I think I could have done that, but I think then I've committed like a third of my stack. So
then you are only he has a 17.
I think
if you put 10.
Yeah.
If he's calling you,
then I don't like it.
Big blinds.
And what do I do if a spade comes? You know, I think there were some bad cards that could come out.
The
for
spade
me.
as well. If he's going for So if he's going for a flush, then you want to maybe he's going all in. Maybe he has got a flush draw. He's going to call you wrongly, and then you profit from it. Okay, you can lose as well sometimes because the guy hit the flash.
I think the point is with tournaments like this, you can't win tournaments without taking risks. And I thought this was a good calculated risk. I had a good draw. I had top pair. And if he did call me, I've got some outs. And if I get him to fold, I realize all my equity. And that's good. Now, at this point, I got a text message.
But I'm also thinking about if he had a flush and then you call him and hit a club. Now what you do if he's betting again? Because maybe it's a flush, but you hit your straight.
Yeah, now...
what you do? You fold your straight and then you are committed to go all in. Then in a tournament, you don't want this happening. It's not like a cash game that you can fold and you... Yeah, in a tournament, when you got a flop like this, you just want to play strong.
I mean, the imperative of the blinds going up, and I think the blinds were going up every 5 minutes, so you can't hang about. Now, I've got to say something here. I got a text message at this point from my friend Rob, and you remember Rob, you played with Rob, and he said, "Are you playing in a sit and go at the moment?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "I'm Sputnik 57. So
he's doing quite
he's
well.
One of the players, and he's doing pretty well. You know.
He's very tight as well.
He's very tight. So I was now, and I said,
Robbie.
I said, we are not colluding. I said, in my text, I said, let's play for the win. You know, good luck to you if you win.
Can you do this? Can you say this in a podcast? It's cheating.
It's not cheating. I just sent back to him. I said, yes, I am. I'm Jean Dubuffet or Jay Dubuffet. I said, good luck.
Good luck.
So anyway, let's have a look. So I take down the pot, which is nice. And the next hand is folded to me. on the button.
You got your friend in the big
Yeah,
blind.
yeah, I now
Then
know
you
I'm.
fold.
No, of course not. No.
Okay, 3 big blinds, or 2.5 is your all in
All in.
to your friend.
I think
Good.
this is a little bit, I don't know. I mean, I've got 21 big blinds and it's just coming
Well,
down.
the big blind are, but these are selected hands, no?
Yeah, the blinds have gone up.
It's not consecutive.
No,
You
no,
just
no.
you just select.
We couldn't show
selecting.
all the hands. So, I
You
mean, I've,
select those hands.
yeah, I'm down to 21 big blinds. What do you think? Do you think that's good? Or I think probably these days.
I think it's still too early. I want to show in on 12 big blind, but I have to be patient here. I think.
Yeah.
No, why I had to put all my chips now? There is no point. It's good hand. Ace 8 is good hand, but you got someone can eliminate you from the tournament.
I think I've learned a bit more these now, and I don't think I would probably make it 2.5 or something like that. I think I don't need to take that risk to get the fold, and I'm in position.
Especially with a deep stack like this, it's still deep your stack.
Yeah. So, and they fold. But I still the blinds. And I suppose the point I left this hand in because you have to still blinds to stay alive in tournaments.
Yeah, if you got a big blind that is sticky, then probably you can increase from 2.5 blinds to 3 blinds, 3.5 blinds, just to steal the blind.
But I knew Rob was playing pretty tight. The other guy was playing pretty tight. I think I don't think I need to risk 22 big blinds. I can just put 2.5 in. So I think that was a little error, but not in the end. It worked out okay. Okay. So once again, this is not consecutive. This is fairly close to the other hand. I seem to remember. What
point are we in the tournament here? How many players are left? This is just one table?
Yeah, it's a one table sit and go. So there's 6 players left and they pay the top 3. So I picked up a nice hand.
So you need other 4 people going out to be...
3 more and I'm in the money. If 3 more people get eliminated. And you'll see this guy who's under the gun has got 11 big blinds. So he's one of the small stacks. And it comes round to me, and I actually shoved again here.
I think it's good because those 2 guys have got small stack. No point going with the 3 big blinds. It's just because it's not just you how deep is your stack, also the other guys. Because maybe you go in 2.5 big blinds, and they put all in. And what you do? But if you go yourself all in, they can fold. Then you got 2 options to win it. Or winning if they call or they fold.
I think looking at the blinds here where they are relatively short stacked, by just putting it to 2.5.
They'll go all in.
Well, they're either going to go all in or they might even see where take a card, take a flop.
Yeah, but
and they only have
that's
to...
good for you if they take a flop.
Well,
you just the danger is they go all in.
Yeah, I'm going to call.
And then you got to call, but you got 2 options if you go yourself. And those guys are going all in sooner or later because the stack is very short. They cannot wait with 8 big blind. They are at the limit. Then you can be scared because if someone is going all in with 14, also ace jack against a 9-8, it's not a big win. Then you can lose.
Yeah.
And then you stuck, if it's the one with 50 big blind, you stuck in going to be 10 big blinds. And then you are in good shape anymore. Then you have to start thinking about all in yourself.
The other thing is obviously people are looking at survival and looking to try and get in the top 3. So they're not going to call me with a marginal hand. And I have a lot of fold equity, I think. I can push people out here.
Ace jack, also if they got a small pair, they are scared to go all in because they know that it's a 50-50. And why I'm got 50-50 chance to be eliminated? I'm going to wait until I'm the one starting the all-in stuff. Then you don't want to call an all-in. You want to be the one pushing, going all-in.
Yeah. So I go all in and they all fold. So once again, I pick up the blinds. So I'm building my stack. I'm not the biggest stack. Now we get, now I'm under the gun here with jacks. And I took the view again of just shoving with jacks here. I have quite a big stack. I've got 20.
I think it's good because it's still a short stack, the big blind and the small blinds.
I'm
the
only-
guy that can go all in, you then go all in. It's perfect.
I'm only worried about Sputnik 57,
Yeah, but
who's
Jack
got the
is
big...
good hand to
Yeah.
start. Then, and they don't want the stack to be reduced like this. They are also waiting to the guy to be eliminated. They're happy that you go all in because the guy with short stacks, they can be eliminated in this way. They need to
exactly.
put pressure to them.
I think putting pressure on the short stacks
Yeah.
is my approach here. So I get called though. Okay. And we'll see what happens. So that's not too bad a flop for me. Got top pair on the flop, and he had ace queen. So that was a flip. And obviously you need to win your flip.
Yeah, but it's wrong for him with the queen eight ace going all in because it was like a flop. You could have also 2-2, 3-3. It's still a flop. 4-4, 5-5. Why you go all in to be eliminated with a flop? 50,
I suppose he'd been waiting a while for a hand. He sees a
but you
good
have to be
hand.
patient.
And like you say,
Because if he was the first, okay, you go all in. But you are
Yeah.
not the first.
Yeah.
Then you have to wait. When it's better to go with 7-6 all in. Probably the other are going to folds. The
Yeah.
ace queen calling on all in. You
Yeah.
got more chances.
I mean, and like we said, I mean, I could have just raised with the pocket jacks. He probably would have gone
Go
all
all
in,
in,
and
and
now
then
I'm
it's your
faced
mistake
with
to
yeah.
Then
Exactly.
you don't want to make a mistake to call a 50-50. It's no mistake because you got the biggest stack, but it's still a
Yeah.
flop. And then you go to be reduced to 10 big blinds. And your tournaments start to be not that good if you lose that hand.
Yeah. So now I'm up to I've got a decent stack now, and I get comes round to me, and once again I'm in on the
How
button.
deep is the stack of Sputnik?
I think he had about 40 odd, something like that. He's the big stack. We can
Okay,
just,
it's foldable this one for me.
You think it's
I
foldable?
wouldn't get crazy.
Okay, so
How deep is your stack?
I was I just raised to 2. I had 20.
Okay.
I had 25. So
Okay, it just is a raise. I think it's good. It's fine until you're not going all in with Jack 9.
yeah, I've only
It's
got
fine.
2 hands to beat,
Yeah,
and
it's not deep. It's a deep stack.
Now, if
Good
we-
to be.
yeah.
You put pressure to the big blind. Has got deep stack, but of course, if he's going all in, you fold. If he's
Yeah. If
three
I'll-
betting, you can fold.
Yeah. But if you look around the table, we're down to 5 players, and 2 of them are getting quite short
Yeah.
stack now. So
So
it looks like the
so probably has got to fold both of them
Yeah.
here. They should.
yeah. Okay. So we are now back in. Okay, so we
Who is
are
okay?
okay.
Okay, this one is all in. Problem.
I just thought I would. I thought that people were play. Now we're down to 5. People are playing to try and get in the money, and I didn't think I needed to risk.
So you go 5 as well, 4.
I made it. I made it 2 big blinds, and
Yeah, but it's almost all in. I think 3 big blind just to go all in with that
against
guy.
the big blind.
To put pressure there. I think it's good. 3 big blind, and you're happy if the other guys are calling you because you work as a team to eliminate that guy.
He went all in anyway, and I called him. Let's see what he went all in with.
He's trying with nothing,
Jack 9.
and then he gone.
Yeah. So we're playing for we're on the bubble now. So
It's just another guy to get out.
Yeah.
And you
yeah. So with Queen 8 I fold, and Sputnik 57 puts in a raise, but it's only a min raise from the small blind. I think it should, he's probably better off just going all in against a guy with 6 who's got 6 big blinds. But he shoves anyway, so he calls it off.
But it was better to use that.
I
with
agree.
your mind, because he can fold as well.
Yeah. And he hit his king. He had ace 8, and we got.
Okay.
And so we're down to we're all in the money now.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick look at the
The stack.
stack depth.
There is only the one in front of you.
Yeah, he's got 14. So it looks like the top 2 stacks are my friend Rob and myself. So I have king 9. So I just in the big blind. He bets. I call. But he's only betting 1 here, and I you know, it's like a check. I mean, I might be worried that he might have a flush, but why is he only betting? With a flush, he's going to bet more, you know. So I'm going to call, and then he checked. I check it down. There's no point in betting. I'm only going to get called by better. But he had 7-3. And he made a...
Rob.
I know. So thank you very much. So I've now got 40 big blind. I'm now the chip leader. So when we come round to the next hand with ace-6, and I put in a raise here. I must have varied my raising size throughout. I made it 2.5 here. So put pressure on these blinds, and so once again I'm constantly trying to steal blinds where I can without overcommitting. I get to 2.5. Put 2.5 in here. The small blind folds, and Sputnik 57 calls. So I'm in a obviously I'm up against the second biggest stack here, so I've got to be a bit careful. An ace comes, so
but you're deeper.
I'm deeper. Yeah, I got 31. Yeah, so and he goes all in now.
You call because probably he's at the club. Is for a flush, but there is you want to eliminate. You can eliminate him, and you go head up with the cool kid, or you can be patient because you know that it's easy to win a cool kid. But this is a good chance to double up. Why he's going? You have to ask why he's going all in here. Yeah. Because as an ace, I don't think he's just with an ace. You can have an ace. You got probably you beaten because you got a bad kicker.
Well, I think you have to ask yourself what hand can I beat that he does that with, right? So
none probably because he's got in a draw, flush draw, then you can beat him.
So I have to ask myself, is he doing this with a flush draw? Because he's not doing it with king queen, is he?
And also, if he's going with a flush draw, he has got 36% chance to win it. And then it's worth to reduce. I would fall. I would fall. I don't want to risk to win.
The other thing is that Sputnik 57 had played a very tight tournament and had not taken any chances. They had doubled up fairly early on when they had pocket queens, and then I gave him credit for having a bigger ace than I have. I've no idea.
You want to wait for a better chance. Also, if you had a flash, good for you to put all in because you put me pressure.
Exactly.
If you had an ace king, probably you would call because you're probably winning because he's not going to call you with a set like that. He's not going to, probably if you had a set, he would have raised big but not all in because he
wants to get more out of the set. The other thing I thought was he called my raise pre-flop. Would he have? He didn't have. Obviously, he doesn't have the ace of clubs. So what flush draw would he have called me with? King jack of clubs, king 10 of clubs? I'm not sure. It's unlikely. So I thought I'd wait for a better opportunity. Once again,
also I think the goal now is to eliminate another guy and go to a heads up. So now your goal is to eliminate a cool kid, both of you. finish two heads up, and then after you got the game. Then you don't want to be the one eliminated. It just is more important than chips. Is more important to go to the next stage.
And obviously, as the blinds go up, the pressure comes on Cool Kid to shove with lesser hands.
With crap hands.
Exactly. So let's see.
Also, you think about the deep stack or Sputnik. Why is risking these chips now? He knows exactly that.
I think he had a good hand.
He had a good hands. He thought he was going to win.
Yeah. So we're in the small blind here with ace 3. Sputnik just calls. I'm not really a big fan of just calling like this, but maybe
I think
there's
it's good to call, just to put pressure together to call the Cool Kids. You just work in tandem because has got less chance to win. Each time you play together, if you understand, just you don't have anything, just check. And then if Sputnik has got something, start betting, but not give easy heads up. So Cool Kid is not going to play heads up. It has more chances to win.
So I just called here.
I think it's good.
Followed the same.
It's just the principle to eliminate the Cool Kid.
And it's checked. So okay, so I'm in the small blind here, so me to go first.
So here I would bet 2 big blinds, just because, there was no, it's good. I got an ace. I want to see what's the other guy they have. Because if I check here, if someone is betting, I don't know why he's betting, if he's betting for a flush or for something, then I bet here.
I bet a third of the pot.
Yeah, it's good.
Which is what I tend to do, as you know. I bet a third of the pot, and I get a fold, and Sputnik calls me. Okay. And I after getting called like that, and with my weak ace, I check it, and
I check as well.
Yeah.
You check.
And I think we just check it down. There's no point in butting heads against each other.
The battle is against Cool Kid, and then he has got a better kicker.
So he had a better kicker and he won that one. So I think there was no point in one of us getting eliminated when we had such big stacks. So not that we're not. I should stress we are not colluding here. We're simply playing the situation.
If he's coming ace to you, and then an ace coming, you eliminate Sputnik. Who cares?
Absolutely.
Then,
So
it's happened that both of you got deep stack. You had to work in tandem to eliminate the small stack.
I just realised how many of these hands are like ace and a smaller card. That I've been playing a lot of these, but I think that's just the way it's come out.
But in 3 heads up also, an ace is an ace. It's good.
Yeah. So Cool Kid is very short stack now. And
put pressure,
but why just call? If you have something to call with, you should be shoving it here. So
I would have put 3 just to put pressure. But
I decided just to
also 2 big blinds just to put pressure.
Yeah, and I hit another ace.
You put 2 big.
And now I bet he goes all in.
Probably got the flush draw.
I'm calling.
Here the flush draw. No.
So obviously things have been going really well for me, and suddenly Cool Kid we thought was on the way out. We get a bit of a reverse, and now I'm not the big stack anymore, and he's back in the game. So you have to sort of reset, take a deep breath.
Still a small stack. It's not still 9.
Yeah. So in the next hand here, then.
Because also he didn't have a big stack.
No. That's the other thing. People leave it so late that even when they do get a bit of luck, if they double up, they don't really hurt you. I suppose I was measuring myself against Sputnik and thinking I'm no longer big stack now anyway. So,
the measure is always with Cool Kids.
Sputnik just calls here, and
I would put
Now I put a raise in here. I've got to put pressure on. And
Cool
I think
Kid.
the blinds have gone up. So Cool Kid's back where he started with a small stack, and this time I've got a good hand, and
and you win.
He went in with king 6.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're down to heads up. It's funny how it works out. It's just slightly shifted over here. But I don't know why we move seats. So I have king 9. I put in a little raise, get called, hit my king, and he goes all in. What do you do?
All in, okay. You go all in. You got kings.
Yeah.
And then we go to
Then
9.
now I hit 2 pair, and what did he have? So he went all in with second pair. I think that's too risky.
Yeah, it's too early. The stack were still deep. Then you have to be patient.
I think you do see that people use the all-in move when they kind of almost feel, I don't want to get called. So if I shove, but the trouble is you only get called by something better.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I don't have anything, I fold. But if I got a king, I never got to fold.
Exactly. If I have a queen, I'm going to fold probably, but I'm not going to fold my king. And we already had 30 odd big blinds. It was still very decent stacks.
Yeah,
It was no
it was
time
deep.
to shove anyway. So that kind of gifted me I thought the advantage here. And
everything
now
has shifted.
I think probably we just let it play out. He goes all in with the next hand. I call with rubbish, 9-4, even pick up a flush draw, but I think
You got a 4s.
he has
you
7,
got 7, and then
but it doesn't matter to me.
it just is still.
And so the next hand, 9-3, I go all in with 9-3. He
He's
folds.
Now he's all in, all in, all in.
I have king
All
10. He goes all in.
You call.
I call, and it runs out very favourably to me.
And you win.
And I win the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Now, I know we didn't show all the hands in between, and maybe just by picking out highlights, it looked like I got exceptionally lucky and got a lot of very good cards. But I didn't really get exceptional cards. I just picked my moments as to when to play them and when to play aggressively.